This is a good and a very timely report. It deals with the sort of activity we are already seeing in the activities of states which are interfering in domestic elections, in cybersecurity, and in the use of social media. And the report divides these activities into two. But first, I'd just like to say how out of date our whole system of regulation and legislation appears to be when you look at this. They're divided into two, and the first activities carried out are of a terrorist nature. And the second set of activities are in a non-terrorist context. And I think we are already dealing with the former, including here at the Council, where we discussed earlier in the week how we would limit the finances of Daesh. But I think the second group should itself be divided into two. First is the question of cybersecurity, which is one of the most dangerous activities we have seen and comes very close to military action. Imagine, for example, the effect of a cyber attack on air traffic control and the downing of civil airlines, or indeed the recent attack on the UK Health Service. This is the nearest to an independent attack on a separate state. I realise that there are sometimes difficulties in tracing and ascribing blame to this, but the way of tackling this is at the moment largely defensive. It is difficult to see how this can be improved technologically, which is not a race for better technology. One of the objectives of UK cyber activity is to shape an open, vibrant and stable cyberspace which citizens can use and that supports open societies. But I think that the human rights situation that applies to that should be the same as for military action, and it should follow that exactly. And I think that that is an important point, because it highlights the futility that is described in this report and was seen in one country where people were arrested for supporting websites advocating unity with Russia and for advocating unity with the USA. And I think the report highlights the need to ensure the application of all Council of Europe principles in these circumstances. I think one of the principles that applies throughout this report is proportionality. Proportionality in approaching this and putting in place a framework. But I think that the concentration on cyber needs to be maintained, and needs to be maintained with great strength. Thank you.